Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My track guide for going around VIR in the Formula Vee. It's a 2+ minute lap. Let's get into it. For turn 1 you want to be all the way on the left for qualifying, but for the race you might want to defend because turn 1 is going to be one of the best places to overtake. I brake halfway between the one board and the arrow board further away. My peak brake pressure is about 75% and I trail the brake all the way to the curb. I go all the way onto the green and yellow curb as soon as it begins. Once halfway around, I'll start to apply the throttle and let the car track out. But you want to bring the car over to the right again. In qualifying, I'm not going to take a tight line through turn 2. I'm doing that to open up turn 3 a bit more, without unsettling the car too much. We don't have to brake, we just have to lift off the throttle. I lift off when I get to this repaved part of the track, and then I let the car steer in. I take all of the curb on the inside. Once I get close to the curb, I'll go full throttle again, because we have a pretty big runoff area, so we can take that without gaining a 1x. For turn 4, I don't have a clear braking marker for you, but I brake once I get to the repaved part just in front of the left front wheel. I brake to about 80%, and I trail the brake all the way to the first curb. You want to take a lot of curb for the first one, to get as early as possible on the throttle, because from here it's full throttle all the way to turn 12. Once you get to the curb, go full throttle, and aim for the second curb. I don't take as much for this one. And now it's all about steering inputs. Just be smooth and use the curbs on the inside. You have a curb on the outside for turn 6 that will catch you. This next part is pretty much straight for the car. All you need to do is just to be steady with your steering inputs for turn 7, 8 and 9. Draft is also playing a big key here, so just have a look around before going into 7, 8 and 9. It is possible to go too wide here, but it's not recommended. And of course take the shortest route possible, so take every curb, but not the green and yellow ones. It can upset the car a little bit, and that will make it slide and you will lose speed. I would recommend to stay behind someone all the way to the exit of turn 12. For turn 10 I aim to put the left-sided wheels on the green and yellow curb, and of course use the green and yellow curb on the outside as well. If you're smooth with the turning, the car will easily get around here full throttle. Turns 11 and 12 is really important for the lap times around here. I brake when I get to this one marker here. I brake to about 50%, because if you brake too hard with this combo of car and corner, the rear will come around. I only touched a small curb here on turn 11, and then I track the car all the way out to a repaved part for turn 12, because we want to turn the car around as quickly as we can, so we can get on the throttle as early as we can. When we get to the repaved part, we want to turn in for the curb on turn 12. Once you're aiming at the curb, you want to go full throttle and take a lot of curb. Again, we have a lot of runoff on the outside, so use that as well. And now for the longest straight on the track. Here draft is really gonna be a key, so you really have to set it up if you want to overtake into turn 14. This might bring several cars up to your speed due to the draft. With it being so long and draft being so strong in this car, man, it's gonna bring some really good racing. If people can drive side by side, that is. And if you're the lead car, that's not much you can do. Turn 14 is going uphill. That does that we can brake really late for turn 14. So I turn in by the one board, and I brake just before the top of the hill when I get to the curb here on the left. I brake to about 70% and I trail the brake all the way to the curb. I take a lot of curb on this one. I'm all the way up on the green and yellow part. Once I'm up on the green and yellow part, I'll start to apply the throttle again. Carrying too much speed here will bring the rear around on you, so start slow and work the speed up. Turn 16 and 17 is also really important for the lap times around here, as we're going on to once again a straight. So what I do is I take all the curb here on the left, as I put the whole car up on the curb, near the left side tires on the grass, but they should be on the outside of the curb. Once I'm on the curb, I'll go to about half throttle, and I'll keep half throttle until we've cleared turn 17. I aim to take a bit of curb there as well, but if you take too much it will unsettle the car and make you slide. Once off the curb for turn 17, go full throttle. If you get it right, you should be able to follow the repaved part around. And now it's a drag race up to the start finish line. Again, draft will be pretty strong up to the start finish line, so put yourself on the inside if you're fighting for a position. And that's my lap in the Formula Vee around VIR the full layout. For time 2 minutes and 20.4. I hope this little guy has helped you. If it has, leave a like down below, consider subscribing as well, and now for the uninterrupted hot laps.